They call it Crystal Lake. One foggy morning, a fisherman made a discovery that would haunt this quiet town forever. A woman's body floating face down in the water, dressed in an elegant white wedding gown. Detective Jack Marlowe arrived expecting a tragic accident. What he found instead was the beginning of a mystery. The victim had been in the water less than 12 hours. No signs of struggle, no footprints. It was as if she had appeared out of thin air. The real shock came when forensics identified her as Evelyn Cartwright, missing for 3 years. Evelyn disappeared on her wedding day. She told her fiancé, Richard Cartwright, she needed to clear her head and went for a walk. She never came back. For 3 years, Richard searched. He never married, keeping their home and her wedding dress exactly as they were. Marlowe drove to the Cartwright estate to deliver the news. Richard collapsed in tears upon hearing they'd found Evelyn. But then Marlowe asked him a simple question. Mr. Cartwright, can you show us your wife's wedding dress? Richard led them to the bedroom. There it was, Evelyn's dress, exactly where he'd left it 3 years ago. But if Evelyn's dress was here, what was the woman in the lake wearing? The answer came from the crime lab. DNA testing revealed the impossible. The woman in Crystal Lake wasn't Evelyn Cartwright at all. Marlowe dug deeper, finding Evelyn's best friend, Lily Morrison, who had been trying to tell police the truth for years. Lily revealed Evelyn was terrified of Richard. He was obsessive, controlling, and wouldn't let her call off the wedding. Before she disappeared, Evelyn left Lily a letter. It read, "If you're reading this, it means I've run. There's a place Richard will never find me. But if a woman is ever found in that lake wearing my dress, you'll know it's not me. You'll know what he's capable of." Armed with this evidence, Marlowe brought Richard in for questioning. Under pressure, Richard finally broke down and confessed. The woman in the lake was Melissa Torres, a waitress from 2 towns over. She bore a striking resemblance to Evelyn. Richard had been searching for years, not just for Evelyn, but for closure. When he met Melissa, he saw an opportunity. He planned to stage a discovery. If everyone believed Evelyn had been found dead, he could finally move on. But Melissa figured out what Richard wanted and tried to blackmail him. In a panic, Richard drugged her, dressed her in a replica gown, and left her body in Crystal Lake. Richard Cartwright was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison. Melissa Torres finally got the justice she deserved. But the question everyone still asks, where is Evelyn? Investigators discovered she'd been planning her escape for months. She withdrew cash, created a new identity, and bought a one-way bus ticket the day before her wedding. She vanished, leaving no digital footprint. Some believe she's living quietly in another state under a new name, finally free from the man who tried to control her. Others claim she never left, that she still watches over Crystal Lake from the shadows, making sure Richard faces justice. In Arthurian legends, the Lady of the Lake was a mysterious figure who rose from the water to give King Arthur his sword and his destiny. She appeared when needed, then vanished back into the depths. This lady in the lake chose her own destiny. She chose freedom. She chose to disappear. And maybe, just maybe, that's the ending she deserved. Crystal Lake keeps its secrets. And somewhere out there, Evelyn Cartwright is keeping hers.